Hello, I'm Gordon Morse, your natural English coach, and I'm here to answer your questions about English conversation that you won't see in a textbook or hear in a classroom. So, let's take a look at today's question. What does it mean if someone is of age in English? This is a kind of a tricky question because the answer depends on the context and the location of where you're talking about. Because of age is a phrase that most commonly means the person is a legal adult. In this case, an adult in terms of the government or in terms of the place they live. Now, obviously, when someone is adult in culture and when someone is adult legally can be two different things. In the US, in general, a person who is 18 is considered an adult, especially in terms of the law. In Japan, I believe it's closer to 20 years old. In this case, being 18 means you are of age in the US, and being 20 years old in Japan means you are also of age. But they're not the same age, and every country might have different rules and regulations and customs as to when someone is of age. Also, just because someone is of age doesn't mean that they can do all of the things that you would normally expect an adult to be able to do. For example, drinking or gambling or living independently, stuff like that. The legal rights for an adult depend on the location. When you become an adult, we say to come of age. And if you're not an adult yet, we say underage. So this phrase comes into play when we use phrases like underage drinking, which means that you're drinking alcohol under the age that it is allowed. So you might know in the US that the legal age to drink is actually higher than the age of adulthood when you come of age at 18. In the US, the drinking age is actually 21, which is 3 years older than the adult age. Another phrase that means underage legally is juvenile, in case of juvenile court. When a minor, someone who is underage, commits a crime, they go to juvenile court to be tried rather than a normal court. So, here are a couple of examples. Only people of age can vote or serve in the military. In this case, in America, that's 18. But again, it might be different in other countries. I can't wait to come of age because underage people can't do anything fun. And as always, we finish off this week with a question for you. What can people of age do in your country? Do some things have to wait until they are older? Like I just said, in the US, even if you become 18 and you can vote and you can live independently and you can smoke cigarettes and gamble and all kinds of stuff like that, you still can't drink alcohol. But in your country, is that different? Is it the same? What do you think? I recommend that you record your answer on a phone or a computer, and that way you can listen to your answer later on and correct any errors that you might have. Alright, if you have more questions about English, leave a comment and I can help. Also, if you want to learn more about personal English coaching with me, visit the website below and you can take a completely free natural English assessment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.